Welcome to Part 7. In the previous sections, we've explored confidence, communication, conversation mastery, and the habits that help English learners improve consistently. Now we're going to focus on a skill that many learners dream about: thinking directly in English. For many people, this feels impossible at first. They hear English, they translate it into their native language. Then they create a response in their native language. Finally, they translate that response back into English. By the time they're ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on. Sound familiar? Don't worry. This is a normal stage of language learning. Almost every learner experiences it. The good news is that you can train your brain to think more directly in English. But before we discuss how, let's understand why translation happens. Your brain prefers familiar patterns. When English feels unfamiliar, your brain automatically relies on your first language. It's trying to help you. The problem is that translation takes time, and fluency requires speed. The goal isn't to eliminate your native language. The goal is to reduce your dependence on translation. Let's start with a simple exercise. Narrate your day in English. As you walk through your house, describe what you see. The window is open. I'm making coffee. I need to answer some emails. The weather looks beautiful today. Keep it simple. The purpose isn't perfection. The purpose is creating direct connections between thoughts and English. The more often you do this, the stronger those connections become. Now, let's discuss another powerful technique: visual thinking. When you hear the word apple, what appears in your mind? Ideally, you should see an image of an apple, not a translation. When fluent speakers hear English, they often connect words directly to ideas, images, and experiences, not to another language. You can strengthen this skill by learning vocabulary through pictures, situations, and examples rather than translations alone. Imagine learning the word bicycle. Instead of translating it, visualize someone riding a bicycle through a park. The image becomes the meaning. This creates faster recall during conversations. Now, let's talk about another challenge. Many learners know English, but struggle to think creatively in English. They can answer basic questions. But when conversations become deeper, they return to translating. This is where opinion practice becomes powerful. Every day, choose a topic: technology, education, travel, health, success, friendship. Then ask yourself questions. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? What do I personally think? Answer in English, even if you're speaking alone. The goal is training your brain to generate ideas directly in English. This exercise develops mental flexibility. And mental flexibility is one of the foundations of advanced fluency. Let's discuss something interesting. Many learners believe that thinking in English requires advanced vocabulary. Actually, it starts with simple English. Very simple English. If your level is intermediate, don't force yourself to think in complicated sentences. Think naturally. For example, I'm tired. I need lunch. That was interesting. I should call my friend. Simple thoughts create strong habits. Strong habits create fluency. Fluency creates confidence. Now, let's talk about mental speed. One reason fluent speakers respond quickly is because they use familiar language patterns repeatedly. Instead of creating every sentence from zero, they use structures they've practiced many times. For example, in my opinion, what I find interesting is, from my experience. The main challenge is, these phrases act like shortcuts. When you master them, your brain spends less energy building sentences. As a result, speaking becomes faster and smoother. This is why phrase learning is often more effective than isolated vocabulary learning. Now, let's explore an advanced technique: prediction. When listening to English, don't just listen. Predict. Imagine you're watching an interview. Before the speaker finishes a sentence, try predicting what they might say next. This trains your brain to process English actively. Fluent speakers constantly predict language. That's one reason they understand conversations quickly. Prediction transforms listening from a passive activity into an active skill. Now, let's discuss internal conversations. You talk to yourself every day. Everyone does. The question is, in which language? Try moving some of those internal conversations into English. When making decisions, planning your day, or reflecting on experiences, use English whenever possible. For example, I need to finish this project today. That meeting went better than expected. I wonder what I'll do this weekend. These small moments create hundreds of additional opportunities to practice English. Without opening a textbook, without scheduling extra study time, without changing your daily routine. Now, let's talk about a hidden barrier: the fear of simple language. Many learners think they must sound sophisticated. As a result, they avoid simple words. Ironically, this often makes communication harder. Some of the world's best communicators use remarkably simple language.
Why?
Because simple language is clear, and clarity creates impact. Imagine explaining a business idea, a travel experience, a personal goal, a life lesson. Simple English often works best. Don't underestimate the power of clarity. Clarity is one of the hallmarks of advanced communication. Now, let's discuss automaticity. Automaticity means performing a skill without conscious effort. Think about driving a car. At first, every action requires concentration. Eventually, many actions become automatic. Language works the same way. The more frequently you use English, the more automatic it becomes. That's why consistent exposure matters. Reading occasionally helps. Listening occasionally helps. Speaking occasionally helps. But daily exposure transforms. And habits create fluency. Now, let's focus on one of the most valuable skills in modern communication: explaining your opinions. Many learners can describe facts. Fewer learners can explain opinions confidently. Here's a useful framework. State your opinion. Explain why. Provide an example. Let's practice. Opinion: I believe online education will continue growing. Reason: it offers flexibility and access to global learning opportunities. Example: students can learn from experts around the world without relocating. This structure works in conversations, interviews, presentations, and exams. Mastering it will dramatically improve your communication skills. Now, I want you to think about your progress. Perhaps you're not where you want to be yet. That's okay. Progress is not measured by perfection. It's measured by improvement. Maybe you understand more than you did 6 months ago. Maybe you're speaking more confidently. Maybe you're less afraid of making mistakes. Those improvements matter. Celebrate them, because confidence grows when progress is recognized. Let's discuss another advanced fluency principle. Focus on communication frequency, not communication perfection. Many learners speak once a week and expect dramatic improvement. Imagine learning a musical instrument that way. Progress would be slow. Language works the same way. Frequent communication creates faster growth. Even 5 minutes of speaking every day can produce remarkable results over time. The key is consistency, not perfection, not intensity, consistency. Now imagine your future once again. Imagine walking into a meeting and expressing your ideas confidently. Imagine making international friends.
Immagine traveling comfortably.
Imagine participating in discussions without fear. Imagine speaking naturally without translating every thought. That future is not reserved for special people. It's available to anyone willing to practice consistently, including you. Before we finish part 7, I want to leave you with one powerful reminder. Fluency is not a gift. Fluency is a skill, and skills can be developed.
One thought at a time.
One conversation at a time. One day at a time. Keep showing up. Keep practicing. Keep trusting the process. Because every time you choose English, your brain becomes a little stronger. And in part 8, we're going to explore professional English communication, workplace fluency, leadership language, and the communication skills that can help you succeed in international environments. I'll see you there.